Hello YouTube, how has it been? So I'm sure you are well aware that it has been a very long time since I last uploaded a video on this channel. In fact, it has been so long that there's been so many changes that have been witnessed within the world. From new versions of Windows, to new skills that I've learned to make better videos, to more time spent working on my Epic, and now a virus that is plaguing our world. So after a long 6 years of reflection and hibernation, I am coming back to YouTube better than ever, and I'm going to make a bit of a more serious attempt on the platform. I am coming back because of two reasons. The first of which is that a couple friends of mine had nudged me to make content on the channel. In fact, I even did some graphical work for their channels, which you can see here and here. Additionally, I had a bit of an itch to make some content myself. With how busy I am between work and college, I do not know how much I can provide on a consistent basis, but I hope that the content I wish to make will satisfy all the viewers on the channel. The name Hydrowave99 was a name I had used for a very long time. It was used on various accounts, including those of gaming and social media accounts. The old name, Moonshadow500, was made to try and deviate from the username I had used for a very long time. However, as time went on, I started to gravitate towards the Hydrowave99 name once again. With the fact that I gravitated towards this old name, as well as the YouTube channel going through a new chapter, it only made sense to rename the channel to Hydrowave99. The content on the channel would be based on my personal interests, while also honoring the legacy that the channel had. This mainly includes technology and video games, poetry, music, and animations. Essentially, the channel will be a continuation of what came before it, just refined, have better production, and also show my growth as an individual and a content creator. Let me start with this first. With the Windows 8 review I did all those years ago being the most viewed video on the channel, there seems to be some demand of me continuing tech reviews. As such, I'm going to bring these back, and they will be housed under a series called Techmania. The first video of this series will be the Windows 10 Sun Valley update, which will also be a cumulative review of the operating system. In addition, if I can get my hands on a capture card, I'd also love to review the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, which I had managed to get a hold of. With a strong, desirable passion for technology, I look forward to continuing to make this content. While I did an update on my Epic, The Tale of the Massacre, on this channel years ago, I think incorporating more of this poetry interest could be an interesting direction for the channel. Therefore, all my poetry content will be housed under the Poesia series, which was named after a poetry magazine I attempted to start. The series will be of me reading, analyzing, and reviewing poetry, be it my own work or from other poets. In fact, this could be a good way to spotlight other creators' works, so if you have any poems that you would like me to review, I'd love to read them and give them my honest thoughts and opinion. With my deep passion for music, I would like to do something with music on the channel, especially since I at one point uploaded some guitar playing on the channel, despite it being of very poor quality. With this desire in mind, I would like to make a series to house this content, which will be known as Music Mayhem. This series will be of me reviewing music in addition to playing some original compositions that I come up with. One possible original composition could include a remake of Dying Robot Orchestra, which is the current video that is on the channel of guitar playing. Well, let's just say that there may be something in the works for animation. Something involves swords and magic and a little laughter here and there. Please, take a look. Dad, I want to go on an adventure. you. Ah, oh my. Ah, ah, why? Ah, all right, Dad. See you never again. Bye. Ah, the fresh smell of adventure. I remember hearing stories about 10-year-olds who left their parents to go catch some creatures, except they didn't kill their parents. Oh well, time for an adventure. What you just saw was a trailer for an upcoming animated series known as Epic Stick Adventure, a series about a young, cocky stick figure who wants to go on an adventure across the world and leave his family behind to pursue his dream of seeing the world outside his home. As he explores the world, he finds mysteries of the world and places himself in comical situations. Aside from another project mentioned later in this video, this is going to be the first original content I'll post on the channel. Animations have been a huge focal point of the channel, as there's been two of them on the channel currently. One of which is Law and Order Doodle Parry Edition, and another one being another school project that I've done. I hope you look forward to Epic Stick Adventure, along many other animations I hope to make on the channel. There will be two other series that will be on the channel. The first of which is actually a podcast that I'm hosting alongside two friends of mine. These friends are Ghostweather Game and Floof Alpaca, whom I made channel banners and logos for that you saw earlier in the video. We will primarily be talking about technology and gaming news, and anything else that comes to mind. With that being said, I would like to hand over to Ghostweather Game and Floof Alpaca to introduce themselves. Let's start with Ghostweather Game.
Hey guys, so I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. I want to give a giant thank you to Hydrowave99. So go check out his channel. Believe me, there are awesome upcoming projects coming, especially with Alpaca and I. So go check out his channel. He got something cool coming up soon. So yeah.
Thanks, Ghostweather Game, for introducing yourself. And what about you, Floof Alpaca?
Hey everyone, Fluff Alpaca here. I'm going to be joining a podcast called the Gawcast. I'm excited to be part of the Gawcast. I'm into the tech news and gaming scene sort of stuff, but I also want to provide some of my commentary that's not just like sprinkled into my gameplay. It just helps me get into those topics in more depth than it would be me playing a game and talking. But all of this was made possible because of Hydrowave, the same person who made my banner and logo. So thank you, Hydrowave, for starting the podcast. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Floof Alpaca. This is the content that I promise will be the most consistent on the channel and will be uploaded on a regular basis. While we are still planning on a day of the week for when we'll be hosting the podcast, I hope we will start recording on June 26th. While the podcast will only be on YouTube at first, I hope to work out something on how to add to other platforms such as Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I hope you look forward to me and my co-hosts discuss technology, gaming, and other news later this month. The other series I would like to announce is a reboot of the Comic Photo Show. Why do you say a reboot when none of the videos of that series are on the channel? The series was originally on the channel, but was removed due to controversy from middle school officials. With that in mind, I'd like to modernize the series, tone down the controversial humor, and try to keep it enjoyable and entertaining. The series this time will be more of a Tosh.0 style, where I'll be on camera and presenting scenarios in place. There will be remade versions of some of the jokes I had used in the past, with some of them being one-to-one and others being modified to match the new era of the show. I hope you look forward to this revived series. Unless it ties to Godcast or being a guest on a channel that does Let's Plays, I will likely not be doing any Let's Play content on the channel. This is due to the fact that I find it to be far too saturated. In addition, I am also just more interested in either review and news-based content where I can analyze situations and give an honest and critical opinion on a particular subject, or animation, music, and poetry where I could tell stories, create an atmosphere, and unleash my creative side. There is, however, a chance that I could stream games that I'd like to play, as I find that to be more interesting than a typical Let's Play, where, for instance, I could use streams to answer questions from viewers like you. Time will tell if I would pursue streaming, but let's just say that Let's Plays are not going to be happening anytime soon on this channel. Vlogs are something I would love to do on this channel. I love being able to talk and tell stories. Vlogs can be a useful method for philosophy, updates, or anything of the sort. Expect plenty of these in addition to the planned content I mentioned in this video. Right now, it's too early to consider asking to make a Patreon. Maybe in the future I can consider it. However, as of right now, with my primary focus being work in college and not being on the channel, it just feels wrong to ask people for money when right now I have an uncertain upload schedule. Therefore, a Patreon is something I will not pursue on this channel unless something happens that I am forced to make one. Whether it's that the channel becomes successful and I am able to upload consistently, the viewers keep asking for a way to support the channel, or something happens in my life that is catastrophic and I am forced to make one. Either way, it is something I'm not considering so early in the channel's rebirth. To sum everything up, here are all the announcements made today. As you can see, this ranges from various series, including Techmania, Poesia, Music Mayhem, Epic Stick Adventure, Godcast, and the Comic Photo Show reboot. With all this in mind, I promise that at least one episode of each series will be uploaded on the channel. However, the content that I will produce more often will be determined on which series get the most positive reception and which ones get the most viewership. Despite this, Godcast will be the most consistent content on the channel by far, as it is the series that I made obligations with my friends. And this is the series that we both want to make happen. With this out of the way, I will see you all on the other side, and I hope you guys get to enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all very soon with the first episode of Godcast. Later.